Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Navratras are soon going to begin and lot of us do not eat non-veg during this period. Some people even avoid eating onion and garlic. They make simple curries without them with bare minimum spices. Even grains like dals, lentils, flours, all these things are also avoided during this period. The only thing you can eat is water chestnut flour, which is called Singade ka atta. Roti or puri is made with that, or even kuttu ka atta, which is buckwheat flour. Sabudana can be eaten, and there are also restrictions to certain vegetables. So today let us make a simple vegetable with potato. I am making it with tomato based gravy with some very little spices, and we can, to go with them, we can make puris with Singade ka atta, which is water chestnut flour. So let's proceed to make the meal. Here are the ingredients for making the potato curry. I have taken about 5 small sized potatoes, boiled them. Take 4 tomatoes. Oil as needed. I'll be using around 3 to 4 tablespoons. A generous pinch of Asafoetida, hing. 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds. 1 sprig of curry leaves. Rock salt as needed. In fasting we use rock salt. 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, 1 teaspoon of red chilli powder, half teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, and some coriander leaves for garnishing. Now let's proceed to make the curry. Place a pan on the gas. Add about 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil. Add the hing first, Asafoetida, followed by cumin seeds, and let them crackle. Now add the curry leaves. Stir fry a little until they give out a nice aroma. Now add the tomatoes. This is a tomato based gravy, so we need lot of tomatoes. Cover the lid and allow them to cook. After a minute or so, open the lid. Stir it. Keep doing this until the tomatoes really get cooked well and are soft. Now add the salt. Salt helps in cooking the tomatoes faster and brings out the flavors and the sourness also. Keep stirring. Continue to stir and cover the lid and simmer until the tomatoes get really cooked very well. After 2 to 3 minutes, you will see that the tomatoes are soft and nice. You can mash them lightly with the masher. This will give a nice texture to the gravy. Now we are done with this. It's time to add the spices. Turmeric powder goes in first, followed by red chilli powder. Now chilies you can add more or less as you like. Coriander powder, cumin seed powder. Mix the spices. Stir them well so that the spices get incorporated into the tomato gravy. Now it's time to add the potatoes. These are 4 potatoes boiled and cut into cubes. Now stir fry these. With the spatula, try to break them few into small pieces. Continue doing this because when you mash a few pieces of potato, they give thickness to the gravy. Now this is done. Cover the lid and simmer it for a while until the oil is separated. Now you can see the color also has changed and the potatoes are cooked a bit and the oil has separated. Now you can add water, about 1.5 cups of water. We need a thicker gravy. Half cup will be evaporated while simmering and 1 cup of gravy will be left. Cover the lid and allow it to cook on medium flame. After about 2 minutes, you can open the lid to check. The potatoes are done and the gravy also has thickened. Now the consistency of the gravy you can adjust as per your liking. If you like more gravy, you can add little more water. But remember, the gravy also thickens on keeping. Now we'll check for the salt. Salt is perfect. Now garnish with the coriander leaves. The curry is done. Remove from the gas. Now we are going to proceed to make the Pooris. The curry is ready for us. For the Pooris, we require water chestnut flour, Singade ka atta. In the fast, we don't eat the other normal flour. And 2 small potatoes boiled. Rock salt as needed. 1 teaspoon of ghee in the flour while kneading. And oil for frying. Mash the potatoes well. These potatoes give binding to the flour, otherwise the flour cannot be rolled easily. We'll take about 1.5 to 2 cups of flour as needed. Add a teaspoon of ghee. You can add oil instead also if you like. And rock salt to taste. Mix everything together very well. As we have used the mashed potato, you will be requiring very little water to knead. Add the water little by little carefully so that you don't make the dough very soft. Bind it very well. All the ingredients should mix together. Knead it well. Gather the dough and set it aside for a little while. Now when you are ready to fry the Pooris, make small roundels and flatten them. Make small Pooris, it's easier to handle because this flour is difficult to roll out, so bigger Pooris will be quite tough. I make tiny Pooris. Now, since this is very difficult to roll, you will use a butter paper to roll the Pooris. This Puri I have rolled out with the help of the oil. Now I'll show you one with the help of the flour. Though the flour is easy to handle, when you roll out with the flour it comes out easily, but the oil becomes messy when you fry these Puris. because the flour stuck to the puris gets into the oil and makes it black. See, this puri comes out very easily when you upturn the paper. Goes into the pan. Heat the oil for frying the puris. When it is hot, drop a little portion of the dough to check out if the oil is hot enough. You have to roll out single puri each time when you fry. You cannot roll and keep them. Now drop the puri into the hot oil and spoon little oil over the puri with the ladle so that it puffs up. Fry until golden brown. The added potato also keeps the puris soft and nice. Continue frying all the puris this way. You can also make kuttu ka atta or buckwheat puris. Buckwheat flour also can be eaten during fasting period. Remove them on a kitchen paper tissue to remove the excess oil. Now the puris are ready to be served. You serve them with the curry, potato curry. No ginger, no garlic, no onion. Delicious curry and puris are ready for your fasting days.